Hello and welcome to Mama with Tools. My name is Jessica and I will be your guide and mentor through some activities with tools. I am a busy mom of 3, but I always love time in my workshop, either crafting or building something new, and I would like to share that with you. Since a young age, I've been an educator and a teacher. You can ask my brother and sister. I've set up many classrooms in our houses growing up. But I also taught for 17 years, and so I kind of had that in my blood. So I'd like to share with you just some simple home improvement things that you can do, or just some crafts that you might have been afraid to try, just because maybe it had a power tool associated with it. Sometimes there are ways to modify so you don't have to use the tool, and other times it's just not as scary as you think. I very much enjoy projects. I was raised on a farm, and my father included me in a lot of things. I was the oldest, so I got to learn a lot of hands-on things that we did on the farm. So chainsaw was probably about the scariest thing that I really don't do that one by myself, but most things I can tackle. I even changed an electrical outlet not too long ago. Scared me to death, but it works, and the house is still here. So little things like that I'd like to share with you, that you don't always have to have someone come in and do. You don't have to wait for the honey-do list that unfortunately we're all too busy to get to, but something that maybe you 10-15 minutes and you can tackle yourself. Today I just wanted to show you some tools that you may want to have in your house if you don't already, and if you do, we'll talk a little bit about them and maybe jobs that they can do to help out around the house. So let's look at some tools. Alright, so we'll switch over to my bench. And really, a lot of times a small tool set is perfect for what you need. When I was married, I was actually at my shower, I was gifted a set, and it breaks my heart because I'm not exactly sure where it is, but it's a simple set like this, and this one was called a homeowner's tool set, but mine had flowers, so you think that I should still have that set together, and it's probably still here among a box somewhere. So we have a simple tool set. It comes all together for you. Excuse me, that cold. So you have a wrench, okay, you have your measuring tape, you have needle nose pliers in behind there, and a screwdriver, which this screwdriver you can change the bits, and that's what's on this side. So if you needed a flat head screwdriver, or if you needed a Phillips head screwdriver, those are the ones that look like stars, and some different shapes that we have nowadays that you see a little more often. Another wrench, we've got scissors, and you also have a hammer. Now, if you have a drawer where these won't be confiscated and dropped all over the house, or little hands that like to carry them, a toolbox would be helpful. Now, this kit I found at one of the box stores, home improvement box stores, for about $10. Now, I found a little toolbox, also about $10, so everything will fit nicely inside. I was also gifted a pink, they're called Tomboy tools. My mom, so I have these so that, you know, they're kind of easy to identify when somebody carries them off. So we have a level that comes in that one, a saw, a hammer, the screwdriver again, which has, you can see on the end, is where you would fit the different screw heads in there. So, and this one actually neatly stores them all in the end. Okay, so you can see the different screw heads there. Okay, so this is nice and convenient, and it keeps it all in. My pink set actually has like a soft cover toolbox that they go in, so everything neatly fits in there. And again, it's visible, so when it's not in the place that it should be, I can easily find it. Okay, as we work down the tool bench, you will see I have some power tools. Depending on your level of crafting or home improvements, you may or may not need them. One is the heavy-duty drill. So we're able to do a lot of heavy-duty projects with this one. One major thing for me with something this large, and it has a battery, these are extremely heavy. So if hand dexterity or even just holding the drill, a lot of times I'm using two hands. I have my hand on the drill and then I have the other hand kind of guiding it a little bit because they are so heavy. So if this is a concern, I found a great kind of smaller, okay, this has a really long, this came separately. These screwdrivers will also come in a set. I was fixing our handrail going upstairs. The one bracket was coming loose and I needed to get under, so I needed something longer. So you can buy even screwdrivers that are longer if that's something, some projects that you'll need to do around your house. But they simply, you know, slide in, slide out. But this one has a much smaller battery. It does have a charger, so it's rechargeable. Both of these are rechargeable, and it's much lighter. So smaller jobs, like I said, I'm not going to do a big 3-inch screw with this. It would take way too much power. But for little things, changing outlets, putting in a new screw, hanging a picture, those sorts of things, a smaller drill would be perfect. And mine, you can see, are quite old. So if you're looking for the exact kind, you may not find those anymore. So you may just have to look for size and what's. And actually, I went the other day to look for a circular saw, which I'll bring out at another day. And I can't find one. They're all so heavy. Okay, and I also have a little sander. I think mine's considered a mouse. So it has just a small sanding surface here. Again, I do more crafting sorts of projects, so this is perfect, a perfect size for what I need. Now, if you don't want to invest in one of these, I think maybe $20, $25 for a sander. If it's not something you're going to do a lot of, please don't invest that money in there. You can get sandpaper, and the sandpaper over a block or just even with your fingers is plenty. And we'll go over sandpaper a little bit later with one of our projects that I'll be showing you for Valentine's Day. So the tools are really simple. These are all kind of I guess we'll say low tech. They don't require a lot, but they are extremely helpful around the house. Now, a couple extra things if you think you're going to be doing a lot of crafting. There are different kinds of saws that you can get. This would be perfect for, say, a project with my dowel rod here. A little dowel rod, and you can cut with this a twig or a stick if you're going to make like a tree centerpiece or something like that. So something small like that. Or I also have a general purpose saw, which I don't think get the whole thing in here. Had this for years. Again, this is very low tech, something that I can bring out and cut something small. Now, I'm not going to want to cut a 2x4 or 4x4. If I had to, I could. But again, it's kind of your comfort zone. Do you want power tools, or would you rather just have something manual? And both will work. Sorry, I'm trying to get my tripod set up here. So as you can see, we live in an older house, so we'll have lots of home improvement projects that I'll walk you through. Some simple things. Maintenance, like I said, the other day I changed out an outlet. That might be a little advanced. Maybe you just want to change the covers so that it's something decorative, and you're a little afraid of doing that. I can show you how to choose those and how to set those up. Sorry, learning all this technology stuff, and my technology kid is in school, so you'll have to bear with me. So anyway, but my love of teaching is really what started this, and my love of crafting. There's a lot of times where Mommy has to escape to the basement to use the sander just for a few minutes of peace. I know that sounds odd. And I don't want you to shy away from Pinterest things just because you think, oh, I can't do that. The next couple videos that I'm posting are Valentine kind of activities, where something to decorate your house, something to decorate your office, your desk at work, something to even give to someone, like a teacher or a neighbor. Perfect. They're just little activities. One, my little guy will be helping me make, so it's very simple. He's about to be 7, so a glue gun is about the heaviest equipment that he and I use, and some painting. So it's very, very low technology, very easy. you know, minor stuff. Glue gun and lots of glue stick. That's good to have for crafters too. Different paints. I often use the foam brushes, which I'll show later, just because I'm super lazy, or we have 10 minutes before we have to run out the door. So it's easy just to kind of chuck those and get another one another time. It's not really a big deal. But it doesn't have to be difficult. And this is, I've worked with so many women and they laugh. My Mother's Day gift a couple years ago was a gigantic saw. And I loved it, and that's what I wanted. So for me, I'm not, you know, most people are afraid or they don't know what to do with them. Oh, I've seen that. I have no idea what to do with it. Well, let me help you. And like I said, I have some home improvement things. We have a leaking faucet in the bathroom that we will tackle. Keeping the dryer clean. So, you know, don't want them to catch on fire with lint, and so we'll I'll show you how to do that. A very simple tool that fits on the end of your vacuum, but a way to keep your house safe. We'll just different craft things for different holidays, different occasions that you can do, or we can modify and not have to use tools. I also have another crafting activity for Valentine's Day again that my daughter will help me with, and there'll be 2 ways of making it. One using a drill with a pretty large drill bit. Again, if you don't feel comfortable, we have a modification to where you wouldn't need a drill bit. But I think, and a sandpaper, and we'll talk about the sandpaper then, and choosing the right sandpaper for the job. I have 2 wonderful people kind of behind me ready to do a video whenever, and actually I'm going to end this video with my mom. She will give you an idea of, you know, tools have multiple purposes, and a lot of times they're helpful. I know just there are times where I can't get a spaghetti jar open, the sauce. I can't get the paint. Oh, those spray paint cans behind me. Do you see? Those lids are horrible. Mom has a quick fix for those. Want to spend time in my dad's workshop only because he has tools that I don't have. And he has skill sets that he has yet to teach me. So I'm going to go, and we will go and observe them and learn and get some other ideas as well. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please like below, and if you have anything that you really would like to tackle, no matter how small, no matter how big, if it's not something I'm familiar with, we will learn together. But I am happy to tackle just about anything. So please feel free to leave a comment. Like I said, even if it's just a craft that you would like to figure out how to do without, you know, a tool. A lot of times, if you needed something cut, like for one of the projects, we'll be using a 4x4, which is a rather large piece of wood. If you don't have a way to cut that, I don't suggest with a handsaw. But if you need, home improvement stores will cut them to different lengths for you. So using those resources, using a neighbor, if a neighbor has a saw that you aren't familiar with or don't feel comfortable using, ask if they could just cut that to a dimension for you to proceed with whatever you need. But I hope you enjoy our journey. This is going to be a blast. This is something I love to do and can't wait to share with you and my kids. As you can see, we've already, 2 of them are already in projects. They're ready to do this. My mom's ready to do this. So we're here to help. So questions below, anything you'd like to see, if you'd like to, like I said, if you just have a general question, oh, I'm looking for this kind of a tool, have you seen this? Like I said, I've looked for circular saws. The one I have is extremely heavy. A downside now is a lot of them are going to need batteries, so the batteries now are making them heavier. So we can navigate that later too. But finding options, maybe your hands aren't as sturdy as they used to be. Let's find a modification for that, and that's actually in my mom's video. So please like below. Any questions, let me know. Be happy to address them, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. So here is my mom sharing one of her tips. Thank you. Have a great day.